Hello and welcome to another episode of Bear Talk. So I know this time Bear Talk looks a little bit different since we're not recording at our studio, but regardless, we are still virtually connected. And because of that, we have decided to invite Laura Cole. She is the director at BiblioTech. And we wanted to ask her some questions about how BiblioTech has helped our Bexar County community during this COVID-19 pandemic. Hi, Laura, how are you?
I'm well. Thank you for allowing me to join you today. I'm really happy to have this opportunity.
Thank you so much for coming to Bear Talk. So the first question that I have for you today is, can you tell us about some of the efforts BiblioTech has carried through this pandemic?
You know, I am really happy to say that we have been of service both to Bexar County as an organization, as well as to the residents of Bexar County. As you know, we're an all-digital library for those employees that needed, when the county went to telecommute, there were a number of departments that needed to provide meaningful work for their employees and who were unable to work from home. So we started there. That was a great opportunity for us because as an all-digital library, all of our content is available online. We have a number of active learning platforms in our library, things like lynda.com, which offers, all kinds of classes, universal class, in sort of business management, those kinds of things. Also Read It For Me, which is books on professional and personal development. It's a book summary service. We also have Mangled Languages. So we have a number of active learning platforms that we were able to provide for our Bexar County employees so that they could stay busy learning at home, brushing up on their computer skills, brushing up on their software skills, brushing up on their business skills while they're waiting this out. We also had a number of employees who didn't have access to a computer or to the internet at home. That's another service that BiblioTech provides. We check out Hotspots, just like you check out another device or another book for a period of 3 weeks. So we made those available to our employees so that they could continue to work and continue to be of service to Bexar County. So that's just Bexar County as an organization. When it comes to our patrons, our BiblioTech patrons, we have obviously all of our content available online. So even though we had to shut our library doors, which we actually shut, our last day was the 14th. So we closed our branches about a week before the county went to telecommute.
And this was in March.
This was in March.
Okay.
So, we were still able to provide all of our content online, for one thing. So if you had access at home, if you had your own computer, if you had your BiblioTech library card, you could take advantage of our library. And we saw a tremendous uptick in circulation of our ebook collection. People were at home, they needed something to do. So that was great. You can also register online. So even if you didn't already have a card, you were able to get one. That's the first way. Now, we knew that because our branches are located in those challenged areas, that a number of the people that suddenly had to, work from home, or had students that they had to teach at home, or they were suddenly finding that they were furloughed from their job or had lost their job. We knew that these people were really in a bad spot because they don't necessarily have access to a computer or to the internet. And how were they going to accomplish these tasks? So we felt really bad about that, but for a while there was really not a whole lot we could do about that. We were hearing from our patrons though. They were saying, we really need the services, and we felt that we needed to do something. So I guess about 3 weeks in, we were able to implement a curbside checkout program for devices. So we were able to start circulating Hotspots again, as well as other devices, just to at least make that service available. And about 3 weeks ago, when the governor's executive order came out, we were finally able to open our branches up on a limited basis. So the governor had determined that libraries could open on a 25% occupancy. As soon as he made that announcement, we opened our doors. It's a little bit of a different way of doing things. Obviously, 25% in our very small branches is not a lot of people, but we were able to successfully communicate to the community about what our expectations were. And people have been very respectful. They've been very glad to be able to have that access again. And we're happy to have our doors open.
That's great. So when you're talking about the libraries, the branches being open right now, are there extra precautions you guys are taking for those patrons that are coming in? And if so, what does that consist of?
I mean, obviously, just as with any other Bexar County building, you are required to have a mask. All of our staff is masked as well. When you come to the branch, you're going to be given a brief health interview and you'll have your temperature taken. After that happens, you will be directed to a spot where you wait for a staff member to ask you how they can assist you today. And what we're offering at the branches right now is 1-hour computer sessions. We're also offering free printing right now, as well as faxing and scanning. Part of the reason we're offering free printing is so that we can eliminate the number of high-touch surfaces that we have in the branch. It's a safety protocol, as well as just a nice thing that we can do for people right now. So we are offering free printing up to 10 pages for anybody that is, for example, needing to fill out some kind of an application. The other thing too is we are limiting our computer sessions to 1 hour, primarily because we want to mitigate the risk of exposure. It's not the time really for us to be able to invite people in just to spend time in our library. We look forward to being able to do that again in the future. We're also asking that people come just as one member of a household because our space is so limited right now. We also have plexiglass shields up on the side of the computer stations so that staff can assist a patron if they need help without anybody being in danger of exposure.
Okay. Well, and what about
there's also heightened cleaning, obviously. Anytime anybody leaves the workstation, that workstation gets thoroughly disinfected before we will allow anybody else to sit there.
Right. Okay. That's great. And okay, so I know you were talking about the tablets and hotspots that you guys were checking out. Is that still something that is going on?
That's something we do regularly when we've actually amped that up during COVID. We purchased more hotspots to make more of them available. We know how important this is. We've had a number of students say they can't complete they hadn't been able to complete their schoolwork because they didn't have access to the internet. We've had so many people applying for TRAM, applying for jobs, applying for unemployment assistance. You know, these are the critical services that we're really happy to be able to help with right now.
Yeah, thank you, Laura. And so if somebody's interested in perhaps checking out a device, or they actually need to go to a physical branch for something very important, can you share the hours, or can you share some of the locations that you guys have?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 right now. Our hours are a little bit different than normal. Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Our branches are located. BiblioTech South is at 3505 Pleasanton Road. BiblioTech West is 2003 South Zarzamora. And BiblioTech East is at 1215 North Walters.
Great. And I will also share the website on the screen, which is bexarbibliotech.org, correct? Okay.
Yes, and you can register online.
Yeah, they can go online and they can sign up for the free membership and start enjoying all the perks that BiblioTech offers. And well, Laura, this is it for today. I want to thank you so much for coming on Bexar Talk and telling us about all the great things that BiblioTech is doing for our Bexar County community. So everyone, if you still need a membership for Bexar BiblioTech, please go ahead and sign up. We hope to keep bringing you new episodes of Bexar Talk in this new virtual setting. And if you have anyone in mind you'd like for us to interview, please let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.